What up? Welcome to the Stash Box. This is episode like 5 or 6. Who really cares? Today, we're just going to dive into what we personally have. He's still a Budtender in the industry doing his thing, and I used to be, but now I just consume a lot of shit. But anyways, in my Stash Box, we got some incredible bars. These ones are actually really popular, the Boulder bars. I personally wish that dispensaries wouldn't put their fucking stickers like right on the box.
Oh, covering like the label and shit. Yeah. I did not do that. I know that's from my store and I did not do that. I don't even fucking peel them off. I'll just throw them in the bag if you're going to buy an edible.
Exactly.
So yeah.
That's what I personally think, because like, why are these brands putting in all this work? They make their fucking packages look cool. And you got all these hipsters, millennials that like to do the Instagram like pictures of their shit. So this shit drives me crazy. When I was in the industry at Starbuds, I would make sure I put it on like a spot where it didn't matter at all. Like I would make sure this shit you could see, the THC, the sugar, because that is important for diabetics and other people trying to be, on diets. And then the sticker, like, yes, we need this, but just make it somewhere. There's plenty of spots, usually, like on the side sometime. I'll even fucking just fold it, put it there. So that's one thing that drives me crazy about dispensaries, but, they're trying to make sure they're doing their job and that THC is on there. So Incredibles, though, super good flavor. Boulder Bar's got some toffee in it. These I actually really like, those, especially the medical ones. Yeah, because I probably mentioned this on another Stash Box. But Yummies, they actually are from a place I used to work, Kansas City. The owner or whatever, he owns a farm called Yeti Farms. They make all their shit out of Yeti OG, which is a strain of like indica. And I never really liked their edibles when they first put them out. Bad taste, and I just didn't get much of a high. But now the taste is amazing. It tastes like you're eating a fucking Jolly Rancher or Kool-Aid or something. And then the high is like super strong. Like I don't know what they're using distillate wise, but it hits me pretty damn hard. So,
and you don't really taste much of the hashy taste.
Yeah,
right?
For these being medical, 100 milligrams. Yeah, you really don't. I don't think, at least, for how much THC is in it. Hell yeah,
they're good in a pinch for sure.
So one more thing I want to tackle before he gets started. And I'm like iffy on it sometimes. The CBN, this is an Incredibles bar. Again, they put the fucking sticker there, so I can't show you the thing. But Incredibles, they do have a CBN bar that has 20 milligrams of CBN, 100 milligrams of THC. But CBN, for most people, helps them wonderfully with sleep. Gets you in a deep sleep, makes you rest. For me, it's opposite. I took 20 milligrams of this yesterday. Right before bed, I was up fucking tossing and turning for 4 hours until I finally had to get up and smoke myself to sleep, because CBN just wires me awake. It seems like it does that like 1 out of 20 people. It has that effect. Otherwise, everyone else gets really good sleep off of the cannabinoid CBN. So I don't really like this. So I might, trade you.
It just kind of mixes with you in the way you don't expect.
Yeah.
It's almost like how some people say that like sativa makes them mellow out.
Yep.
If they have ADHD, the indica actually makes them more, I guess, what they want to feel.
Absolutely. That's how my old lady is. She actually has like panic attacks off of indica, which is weird because indica is supposed to calm you down and shit. So, yeah, opposite effects. So CBN is that way with me though. So, anyways.
That was all you had to share?
For edibles for now, yeah. And we'll get into some facts later.
So I got these new ones by Taste Buds. The strain-specific gummies. And these ones, I guess they're blue raspberry flavored, but they're strain-specific. They're mimosa, which is a sativa, and it's rosin, which I feel like the rosin gummies hit differently.
Yeah.
Like, wouldn't you agree?
Yeah.
Like, it's a different high.
Excuse me. Cleaner, too. Yeah, different high and cleaner, because rosin's usually always hand pressed or, just pressed in general, where they don't use any solvents, solventless. And so I think they're just a better high and heavier for the most part, yeah.
And so they're pretty cool. I like the Taste Buds brand. I love the packaging. I mean,
yeah,
I give my mom these hard shell packaging, and she likes to store them for shit. She likes to store them for like yarn and shit, old people shit. But I do love the Taste Buds packaging. Ever since they went to like
the tin cans.
Yeah,
I
tin
like
cans
them a lot too compared to
over
their
the
old
plastic.
ones.
Yeah.
Because those plastic ones, man, you didn't dig your finger in there because you would try to get them out and they would stick to the sides of the fucking plastic. These are nice. They come in a little bag and shit. You just open them up. It's fucking tight.
That was definitely a problem. And these are broad spectrum.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So like you get extra cannabinoids and shit. So yeah, they're pretty nice. We also had one in the store. I don't have it right now, but it was like it had some CBD, CBC, CBG, THCV, all a bunch of different cannabinoids in it. So they're starting to explore like the full spectrum
CBC.
of the plant.
Yeah.
So it's pretty nice to see. Also, I wanted to show this. This was from one of the stores in, I guess, Los Animas, Colorado. I don't know which dispensary, but it's like a cough syrup, like
promethazine.
It's pretty thick. Yeah, it's pretty thick, and you're most likely supposed to mix it with some shit. But if you drink it straight, it does fuck you up. It's an activated distillate syrup. So basically, if you want quick relief, just take a little bit of this and it'll kick in really fast. They have different flavors. This one's watermelon. But yeah, I kind of stay away from this myself because it's a little dangerous. I tried it, and then I wanted to show these too. So, I have these White Moose. White Moose is the brand. Live resin BHO capsules. So, instead of having a capsule with activated distillate in the capsule, you have live resin. So it's going to hit you a little different. It's going to have more of the terpenes, more of like different cannabinoids.
Okay.
I think so too. And honestly, this was a more manageable high. And they're 100 milligrams per capsule, so they're pretty dangerous. Like 100 milligrams is a pretty hefty dose. But these kick in so fast, and they feel really smooth. So yeah, I'll show these here too. Yes, and I have a couple other things to show, like this White Moose. Where was it? The champagne wax. So it's just like a live extract. It's more terpenes. It's gonna be more flavorful, and it's just a lot smoother. And I do also have some moon rocks.
Oh, okay.
Moon rock too.
Oh, little caviar.
Caviar is a pretty popular brand. Me and Kane are pretty familiar with this brand. And it's basically an infused nug with keef and concentrate oil, usually full spectrum. But it's a very nice, I guess, like clean way to get high.
Yeah, for sure.
The moon rocks are pretty close to like hash.
That's what I was going to say. It's very similar. It's like a little bit cheaper version of hash. I still prefer hash over the moon rock sometimes. But honestly, moon rocks, they still get the job done and stuff. So I dig it. And just fun facts, though. Something I've wanted to mention in my other podcast when it comes to the stash box is when you're smoking, you can usually tell weed-wise or herb-wise if something is clean by the ash. It'll be like a white ash. When it comes to, like, he's more of the dabber. When it comes to your concentrates, it'll be more, you shouldn't really have anything in your banger afterwards if it's completely clean.
You shouldn't have any residue or any like darkness to your banger. If you're doing a proper dab, you shouldn't have any discoloration on your banger.
Yep. So weed-wise, yeah, the whiter the ash, the cleaner your bud is, and the better for you it is. If it's black, if you're literally burning all the way through cash and it's black, that means they didn't flush it properly or just was very clean weed, like lots of bugs, maybe some. Like my bud that I've recently grown, it's pretty white ash, and for the most part it's because I've used no additives, no chemicals, no pesticides, anything like that, so it's clean, cured just right. That's another thing. If you don't cure it properly, it's going to be wet. It might get moldy even. You can see that in your weed when you break it up. Looks like almost like a spider web inside your bud. So just things to keep an eye out on. So,
So that's pretty much all I have to show. I mean, I have some weed. I guess I could show a couple nugs, but I mean, did you have other stuff to show?
I mean, I was
besides
just
that.
We talked about the mac and cheese already. It's just maybe the whole shroom thing. The fact that we've decriminalized here in Colorado.
Yes.
Him and I both have kind of consumed a little edible and shroomage wise before the Stash Box episode, so I'm trying to take advantage of that, the legalization of these mind-opening substances. They should be treated properly, like him and I were talking about on our last podcast. Shrooms, man, like it's not like weed. You need to be in the right mindset, the right environment, have the right food and minerals and stuff, and you don't take it lightly. It is not a party drug. It's to get yourself out of anxiety or something that you want to further yourself in life. It's an adventure.
It's not about getting high. It's more just like a sacrament, just like trying to learn something from it, and that's what I feel like that's what you're supposed to treat them as. Like,
absolutely.
It's not like a party drug that should be equivalated with like meth or heroin or cocaine
or Molly or ecstasy. That's back in the day.
Too.
I saw party heads doing that shit just because they thought it was gonna be like Molly or ecstasy. Oh, we're gonna just see colors, but it's deeper than that. And that's the thing about weed and shrooms compared to some of these other drugs is it's deeper. These other drugs are very on the surface. You're high. It fucking has complete control of you. These drugs help us control over ourselves, help us progress with things that we're working on, like in our lives and shit.
They almost separate your ego from yourself.
Yeah.
And you get a better understanding of yourself, your true self.
In life, for example, shrooms have helped me cope with the whole death thing. I'm not too scared of death. Like, I'm scared of certain things in life, but death itself I've come to terms with. And same with social anxiety stuff. I used to be a turtle. I used to not want to fucking do anything and fucking not talk to anyone. Shroom helped me open up where I don't shut the fuck up now, and I'm always doing shit. So I think that just from personal experiences, probably from both of us, they definitely have a very positive impact if they're done properly. So.
Yes. Because I can say for myself, I haven't wanted to hurt myself in 7+ years thanks to shrooms and psychedelics. So
and that's kind of what's decriminalized them here in Colorado is the research that they've done with veterans, specifically with the PTSD and stuff, and getting a lot of them also were just not good thoughts about themselves and just not able to cope with life because of what they've been through. And people don't realize that, man. And not just veterans, other people like us, we've been through some traumatic shit in life, but shrooms help us just get in contact with a different part of ourselves in the world. So, yeah.
Like a different perspective, but if you're interested in it, yes. If you're interested in it, you should definitely research it, and you shouldn't just go into it on a whim.
Yeah.
Because I've seen many people have bad experiences, and I think you need to be in the right mindset and setting in order to have a good experience. But if you're curious about it, you should definitely look into it more.
And hit up your local shaman. We can give you some advice. But anyways, that's it for the Stash Box today. We're going to go eat some pizza and make Into the Looking Glass. Stay tuned. Pew! Pew!